учиться. Поэтому, когда у нее родилась маленькая дочка, то есть
And we're back. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hi. Lazy Sunday here at the 8422 house.
We should just call the podcast Lazy Sunday. No one's ever thought of that before.
We can't do that. We can't do that.
Welcome back to Lazy Sunday.
They tell you about how the best way to make like your children's lunches for school this week, and how to drink yourself into a divorce.
And rap about Chronicles of Narnia.
Go.
Nope.
There's a closet. All right, so
Isn't it a wardrobe?
or whatever.
Nothing rhymes with
It's
wardrobe.
a British wardrobe.
Nothing
It's
rhymes.
in an insane asylum. I know that. These children are actually insane. They don't
They
even,
imagine the lion.
they're like, do you see that lion too?
Ooh.
So we just got back from a movie.
Ooh.
What was it?
What movie was it?
You were there, so you tell me.
Oh, it was Guardians of the Galaxy,
it was Guardians of Gahul.
Volume Dos.
It starred Andy Dwyer
Yep.
and
Several owls.
Yep.
And
It was Andy Dwyer and then a bunch of owls that he chased
And,
around a parking lot with a stick.
and a green
for 3 hours.
Zoe Deschanel.
I don't
from
understand
New
this.
Girl.
It's not Zoe Deschanel. It's,
I know, I
No,
know.
it's the one that plays the Avatar lady.
It's
Zoe Zeldana.
Zoe
Her sister.
Zeldalina?
I don't know her last name.
Yep.
That's the one.
Yep.
It was a good movie.
That's
I enjoyed
her.
it.
Yeah, so quick before we do our topic today, let's talk about our day, which was clearly so far wake up, eat breakfast, and then see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. After
Yep.
2 days of continued not being able to buy tickets,
That's true.
people are crazy about
Oh
this
my
movie.
I
goodness.
know it is.
And deservingly so. It
I
was
mean,
good.
yeah, it was pretty good. There
Yeah.
were hella families. Ooh,
It was a little geared towards children. Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
But I mean, if you're a
that's
fan
Marvel.
of the comic books, and if you're a fan of the story and the characters at all,
is
at
anyone
any-
really a fan of the comic books anymore?
Well, I'm just saying comic books in general.
Yeah.
Because the characters originated from that, not.
I would argue that it's not even about being a comic book fan anymore. I mean, this has started its own genre. Of
You're a
fans.
fan of these
superhero movies.
Yeah, superhero movies.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this today while we were watching all these previews. There was like 17 previews,
Yep.
and half of them were superhero related movies.
Yeah.
Well, they were. It's funny that on a Marvel movie owned by Disney, they had a whole bunch of. They had 2 or 3.
DC.
They had Marvel. Yeah, that was what I was going to get to. They had Marvel and
The
Disney
Wonder
stuff and Star Wars stuff,
Yeah.
all owned by.
Well, they can't have a monopoly and say, "Oh, well, this is a Marvel movie, so we're not going to put any DC." If DC says, "Well, we'll pay,"
Universal does.
huh?
Universal usually stacks their trailers before movies.
I guess I didn't.
Made
I
by
didn't know
Universal. That's like a common practice. I mean, yeah, if Universal wants to do that, I'm sure they wouldn't say no. But
Yeah.
I don't know actually how that works.
What was your favorite preview of the ones we saw?
I would say Dunkirk.
Dunkirk looks like it's gonna be the best overall,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I'm technically excited.
It's one of
for
those
it.
movies that's going to win awards.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I strike that. Hold on.
Wonder
The
Woman.
new Star
I
Wars.
think Star Wars and
Yeah,
Wonder Woman.
yeah.
I really want to
I forgot that was a trailer.
Star Wars. I cannot wait for episode
Also,
8.
the best trailer that they showed, because easily they gave the least amount of story in their trailer. Like
Star Wars?
The Star Wars one. Yeah, every other trailer is like giving away like storyline and plot
Yeah,
point
like we
and
saw.
stuff like that.
We saw the Mummy, which I think is Universal.
yeah.
God.
They gave away
Everything.
what happens in the beginning. He dies. What happens in the middle? The zombie queen comes after him.
Yeah.
She destroys part of Great Britain.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how movie trailers has kind of become its own industry?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like they almost have to sell you on spending your money and time to go to see a movie. They have to almost give you a mini movie,
Yeah.
or you're not gonna go.
Well, you know what's funny? I read this article the other day. After the initial cut of Suicide Squad was shown to focus groups, they went back and gave the film to the trailer house company that
Yeah.
did the trailer that had the Queen trailer for
Oh,
Suicide
yeah,
Squad.
yeah.
That
Bohemian
was
Rhapsody.
Everybody went crazy for.
Yeah.
And the final cut of the movie that you saw in theaters was made by the trailer house, not by the director.
Oh, wow.
That's why it sucked.
Huh.
They make it. They
That's
make
why there's a
trailers.
lot
They
of
don't.
that's not technically something that they like specialize in.
They smash. It's like
Yeah.
a smash cut type
Yeah.
of whatever. It was.
Yeah.
We are while we're streaming right now, or not while we're streaming, while we're recording right now. We are currently watching the Cleveland.
We're all over
game.
the place.
Anyway, so topic for
Suicide
today.
Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy.
So
and-
topic for today is Indy and why we live here and why we love it and what's there to
hell
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
so
I like that. That's a good topic.
because
sure.
for those that have listened and those that know me, like I lived here and then moved back from after I left for 3 years.
Yeah.
So why come back? Why live here? Because when you meet people from other places, they're like, why Indiana? Like why there?
Yeah.
Because it's great.
For sure.
You get all the seasons.
Yeah.
That's not always great.
so much so spring and fall.
Our winter this year wasn't that bad.
No,
though.
it was not.
No.
And it was long, but they're
3
always long.
snowfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was minor.
I didn't have
Which I
to
love.
trench through like
Fields
20
of
feet
ice and
of snow. Yeah. So,
We had a couple heavy snows over the winter, and that was really about it.
Yeah.
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 I
Very
mean, you
minuscule.
didn't have any snow days at all. Zero, right?
I don't even think I had a 2-hour delay.
That's wild.
There were 3 mornings that deserved it, and we had buses
yeah.
show up so late that it was phenomenal. That we were like, Superintendent, what are you doing? But yeah, it never was so bad that you were like, of course, waking up. Yes, this is a snow day,
Yeah.
which after the fact is great because then you get those days off that would have been makeup days. I'm not going to complain.
In the moment, though,
but in the moment,
when you're
though,
struggling to get to work, get to school,
Yeah,
whatever, you're like,
just
God,
why did we do this?
You know
Yeah.
what?
that's a good part. Like,
Yeah.
but our city is so well equipped for snow that it's
With the
really
salt trucks and everything,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd say all things considered. Let's start there.
Yeah.
That we're so used to all of the seasons that we are prepared. There's never
sure.
a drought. Usually, there
No.
hasn't been one for a while. At least one that infected a large area, more than one city.
Yeah.
So water infrastructure. We never have terrible snow days. That's usually way far north or way far south.
Right.
The rural cities that are really
they just don't have
rural.
the money to,
Yeah.
to plow and salt and everything.
I'd
but
say the worst we have is floods sometimes, and even
Yeah.
that is an exaggeration. Don't take this road.
we have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we have extremes in any direction, but we
No.
have.
We get a little bit of everything.
We get a little bit. It's a mix of everything that's terrible about
like
every area.
Our summers are hot and humid. Our winters,
Our winters
have
are
some
cold,
bad.
cold
yeah.
and
dark.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't love about the winters in Indiana,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this is the case everywhere when it's this kind of cold in the winter, is the gray cloud that
Oh,
just
yeah.
is always
Never leaves.
It never
Yeah.
goes away.
Yeah.
You don't see the sun for 3 months, 4 months, and like if you get a day where it's
Nice and sunny.
where
and,
where even in the cold, in the middle of the winter, when you
Yeah.
get a sunny day, you're like, what? This
Yeah.
is weird. I don't understand why
Yeah.
this is out at all. So yeah, that's
I get that for sure.
So last night I went out. This is one of the things I love about downtown Indianapolis is it's there's a lot to
Hard
do.
transition.
Well, this is I mean yeah, the weather's one thing, but then like stuff to do when you're
Oh, yeah,
is,
for sure.
is a handlebar, and I know you guys know that I went and did this with
Yeah.
my friends, but essentially for those of you that don't know, this is basically a big bike with seats on it in front of a bar.
Yeah.
And there's in the center of it is where the bartender or driver
Yeah.
stands. So we had 16 people on ours, and our 16th person, we took turns, 3 or 4 of us took turns, not being in a seat and pedaling.
Oh, okay.
They were in the center
Oh, okay.
and serving us. So it was one of our friends serving, like we had coolers that we brought. It's BYOB.
Right.
So essentially what you're paying for is the actual machine.
Yeah.
You're not paying for alcohol
Right,
because the
right.
guy's not a bartender. You have to bring your own stuff because you could do it. You could do that handlebar thing without alcohol, just to like pedal around.
Yeah, for sure.
It wouldn't be as good.
No, it wouldn't.
So, I never heard someone from another state talk about this, but I can't imagine it's a solo trend.
No way.
I think that's pretty big.
Well, you have to have the right downtown for it because
Yeah.
if you don't understand like how to drive around them and that goes
Yeah.
at top speed is 4 miles an hour.
Oh.
I'm sure a lot of people are mad about that, but
No, it's a good way to like just slowly take your time through the city.
You
I like
forget,
that.
What was really cool is you forget that
you're in
you're
traffic.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like this sense of security, like you're completely safe. You're not going to get hit by a car, which
might.
you might, but like you don't. In the moment, that never once crossed my mind. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're just focused on how much fun you're having, and you kind of forget that you're pedaling. 'Cause
Oh,
you just,
yeah.
if it kind of becomes after a minute, you kind of just you're doing it, and if everyone's doing it at the same time,
Yeah.
the thing will move, and you don't really have to pedal that hard.
Right, right,
The
right.
hardest thing was off of a stop. So we'd come to lights. We have to obey the traffic laws just like
Right.
cars do. So the driver, the guy that runs the thing, he is where the guy stands in the center. That's where his seat is at the one end.
Okay.
And then he's physically steering it and has a brake. So we power it, and it has a motor on it. I found this out. They only use it in emergencies if they have to. It's a battery.
Okay.
It's a battery powered one.
Gotcha.
And so he would brake us at like stoplights. And the hardest thing you had to do was once you come
Start
to
it.
is the restarting it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Everyone's like,
That's a lot of
oh
weight."
my god! Like you know like you ever biked before? And
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and you
going
like go
uphill.
uphill
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you like you stand
Definitely.
up.
It makes sense. Like if you really think about it, yeah, you said 16 people.
16.
16 people is a lot of weight to start
There's
up.
8. There's 7 seats on each side, and
Yeah.
there's a 2-seater in the back.
But at the same time, 16 people pedaling, that's pretty clutch
I
to
think
get
it's
something
pretty,
going.
Pretty great. I don't know if it defines a generation or defines an era, like a decade, but this kind of downtown revival that we're
Yeah, for sure.
slightly
I
experiencing.
used to
that-
hate going downtown because
Wow.
it was ghetto and dirty, and there was nothing to do. And now people are wanting to be down there and do stuff. And,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
It's a safe, fun experience to like we have like the Super Bowl when it was here a few years ago.
Well, I
Oh
think
my
that's what
goodness.
that's what started it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were telling like the organization was saying how great it was and how well.
Yeah, it was ranked like the best Super
they're like,
Bowl
it was-
host.
Everybody
ever.
had
yeah.
a blast. Everything's centrally
Yeah.
located because a lot of cities like in Texas, the stadium is not downtown.
Right, right.
It's like in a suburb off because there's no land to build the stadiums.
For sure.
So like the ones in Texas, they're not in downtown Dallas. It's
Yeah, yeah.
It's in Waco, or is it Waco? I forget the name of the
Yeah,
town.
for sure.
And I'm not huge on Broad Ripple. I'm still not huge on that, but
Well,
I know
don't,
some people
they're-
love that.
let's jump to it as if people didn't know what these attractions
Oh yeah.
were.
Okay, so
Oh, God. Microphone.
Drop the mic
what you want to talk about Broad Ripple
in
then?
a negative
Sure.
connotation.
Well, I don't know if Broad Ripple is really that much of an attraction anymore.
no, yes, it is because it's probably the second
the
best
only
bar
other
hopping
place.
spot.
It is
Yeah.
for a certain age of people.
Yeah, for a college, just out of
Who are
college.
College kids.
Just out of college and 30-year-old
between
sexual
21
offenders.
between 21 and 25 is the key demographic.
Yeah,
Majority of the
And yet I see more 21 to 23-year-olds and 35 to 40-year-olds there than anything else.
There's a big gap. Like
How
you
do I
hit
know what a
certain age-
23-year-old is? But yeah.
yeah.
It's a human being.
Well, sure, but how can you physically tell it? What I'm saying is, so we have a downtown area. We live probably 30 minutes out of downtown. Downtown is like any downtown, I'm assuming, one-way roads, two-way roads, but major hubs within it, boroughs, if you would be so bold to say that. Probably not
Yeah.
New York big boroughs, but sections that are within themselves their own culture spots
Yeah,
that
for
you
sure.
would visit. Let's go to, yeah.
People
Yeah.
know these areas. It's
Yeah. For instance, what's the one that's just up and coming? Fountain Square. That's like a subset of
Yeah.
downtown, basically.
Fountain Square's one,
Yeah.
Mass Ave's another one, Massachusetts Avenue.
Yeah.
But this other place called Broad Ripple is
North of
technically,
downtown.
it's technically its own city.
is
isn't
its own city?
Well, there's
kind
Broad
of,
Ripple High
yeah.
School. It's like a town.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Broad Ripple High School is a public school there, though.
Well,
where
George Hill
whatever it
went.
is,
Yeah.
it's mostly a culmination of overly expensive housing units,
Yeah.
a lot of rundown streets, and one avenue of businesses.
Yeah. But it's like
The bars and the
It's
restaurants.
not its own self-sustaining town, really. There's no judicial building or anything
No.
like that.
No. It's kind of like a makeshift. It's a makeshift like tent community almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more
But
money than a tent community.
there are some nice houses. There's definitely a very cool art museum there.
Yeah.
Some really cool like renovated shops and things like that that people enjoy. there. But as far as the avenue goes, the bar scene is pretty much what you'd expect of a college town, and even bars that you'd find in college
It reminds me
towns.
of
I'd say it's better. It's above most bar scenes.
It is. But the bars that you're seeing are the ones that you see at the main
Yeah.
campuses around Indiana, such as Kilroy's and Brothers and things like that.
So what I'm getting at is there's this more like post college.
Yeah.
I don't want to gravitate towards the term of hipster, but kind of art revival that you see where people are trying to seek this alternative
For sure.
method.
Because they have some very cool vinyl shops. They have some
Yeah.
very cool
We got tattoo parlors.
tattoo parlors.
Yeah,
Like
It-
this shoe repair shop and stuff like that.
it's
Good food.
One of the cooler venues for music or comedy in the Vogue
yeah.
and Crackers.
Crackers, yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
crackers. That's
It's
basically there's a lot to do
Yeah.
down there. You can make a day of Broadway. You can go to the park. You can go to a good restaurant.
And
You
they're
can-
still building too, which
Yeah.
is nice because Hopcat's fairly new, and they got that new parking garage right around Hopcat, which is nice because before that parking garage, there was almost no place to park around Broad Ripple.
I heard this
especially
very
on the avenue.
very weird story from our mom's boyfriend about that parking garage.
Yeah.
The city doesn't own that.
Oh, interesting.
It's privately owned.
yeah. I mean that's how you get low rates like that.
Yeah, that's cool. They
So-
just put in a huge new like fresh market too
Yeah.
down
Did they
there.
really?
Yeah, it's gigantic. Yeah, yeah.
Well, so I guess that's the thing. So the weather's nice. We have attractions. See, I have a hard time talking about downtown because other than
The bar scene.
bar scene on Mass
Yeah.
Ave and that one street near Hell at the Moon, well, I don't even know what that's called.
I know what you're talking about.
That area.
Yeah.
But there's 3 sporting teams, 4 if you count Indy 11 if they really have their own venue.
That's the idea to Indy is where the the amateur sporting
Amateur sport-
capital
yeah,
of the world. I
Two.
mean, like besides the Colts and the Pacers, you're going to get really good showings from the Indianapolis Indians and the Indy 11. Like there's such a great fan base.
And the
to
fuel.
both those. Yeah, and the fuel.
Oh yeah, I forget. Well,
we have every
and the
sport.
the
fairgrounds.
fairgrounds.
They're
Fairgrounds
kinda
are outside
offset,
of Broad Ripple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They're
not
a little bit
downtown.
outside downtown,
I was
but-
just kind of jumping
Yeah.
off of. We
Right,
have
right.
every sport that you can.
Yeah.
We have football, basketball, hockey, baseball,
Curling, golf,
Even if it's
and
not
soccer and
spear
curling, golf.
throwing.
even if it's not to the level of what you'd see in Chicago or LA, we still have that available
Yeah.
to people. Yeah. And,
What-
yeah. I think that's probably the biggest thing that draws people downtown as far as events go is the sports that we have. But yeah, we've got some really cool museums. The State Museum, the State Fairgrounds has a great showing of a bunch of different stuff
Sure.
around. Yeah.
Here's what I'm getting at though,
Yeah.
and I love the topic, but let's be real for a second. And I'm not saying be negative. What I'm saying is, that's touristy stuff. Things that you
Right,
put
right.
on a pamphlet or a billboard to make people want to visit
Come to-
Indiana,
yeah, yeah.
as the markets
Yeah.
or the advertisements say. Why do you actually care to be here? What is the story that
I
makes you
think-
proud to be here or love to be here?
Well, it's-
I've always liked the culture that we have here. I think we're a very diverse group, especially how you were talking about going downtown. There are these like subsections. I mean, when you look at Fountain Square, it is a very like hipster type area, but like it's still very welcoming to all walks of life. I think our community within like different public schools and things like that, just like we're a good diverse group of people, and even though we don't see eye to eye in a lot of like political or social issues, sometimes we are still a very welcoming group, and for the size that our city is, we're not so like destructive as a city like Chicago could be as far as crime and stuff like that. And I'm not saying crime doesn't happen here, but like I just like the
there's
people.
no crime in Indy.
I
Zero.
like the culture. I
Criminals
like the
put
social,
themselves in jail.
I like the society that we live in. I think that's the biggest thing. I've never gone anywhere inside this city and not felt welcome.
Southside.
What I like
Even
about
then,
it is that
even then,
I
not.
don't feel welcome. with
kind of
South.
tying into that is the conservative nature, although sometimes annoying,
Yes.
can be when you have a more conservative state, it tends to be a safer, cleaner place to live because people aren't super extreme with anything they do.
Yeah.
That has upsides and downsides.
It does.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
you can't buy alcohol on Sundays. Yeah, that sucks. But the taxes are cheap. and it's
Yeah.
just I like it because it's very homey. I feel very comfortable in this state.
Right. For
When
sure.
when I lived in Nevada, it is the polar opposite of that. It's very fast moving. It's very in your face. It's very condensed, and everybody is
Yeah.
like on top of each other.
Yeah.
And it's very
Cluttered.
yes,
Yeah.
and it just tends to it becomes overwhelming in a lot of regards.
And if you like that fast-paced lifestyle, then
I think it
a
depends
place
on
like
where
that
you
is
were
great.
where you were raised, 100%. Because the friends
Yeah.
I had out there, they loved it. I mean, what they
Yeah.
they're like they were from there, so they grew up.
They're
in
told it's the norm.
yeah, it's the norm. If they were to come here, they probably would not have as much fun. They'd be like, "This is very different."
Yeah.
Like when we get to go out in the summers and like swim and
Mm-hmm.
play cornhole in the backyard and grill out, and I love like especially our yard. It's all like wooded in and stuff. I love that like. In Vegas, you don't get that. You get like you might have a cinder block wall and one palm tree. In
That
your
was,
backyard.
that was pretty great.
Like that.
Seeing your house, and it was like the certain people chose to have grass
'Cause it's so expensive.
Otherwise, it was fake, and it felt really. I don't want to say the word fake again, but like
but fake.
yeah, it felt like you had to choose to be comfortable,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
had to pay for those amenities.
While
That-
this is just natural around
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
But like I'm not saying we're Kansas either. Like
Oh god.
Yeah.
we're not all crops and which
Yeah.
is
It's
the
a good blend of everything.
it's the
Yeah.
moniker, the joke that people say about Indiana, the cornfields, and
all we have is soy and
and
corn.
as suburbs, people driving out to other cities in the
Yeah.
state, you see the soy and corn.
But once you're in the city,
and you're
it's,
really in a city, this or Fort Wayne or something,
For
man,
sure.
it feels like. And I remember hearing this in elementary school, like, just never
Yeah.
never go to New York, because once you go to New York,
won't
you'll
wanna come
you'll
back.
you'll feel like
Yeah.
our city is nothing. You feel
Yeah.
like it's big now, but you feel so stupid. Chicago, New York.
Yeah.
But I'd say, in the most corny way, that we are a more condensed to the best parts of those two cities.
Yeah. That's a good point, because I think like you said earlier, our city is well mapped out.
oh yeah.
Our highway system is rated as one of the best. It's the easiest ones
Outside
to
of
follow.
rush hour. God
Yeah,
damn.
for
But
sure.
that's the case in any city.
And actually our buildings are cool, even though we don't have the same extent of like these gigantic skyscrapers as you would of other cities like LA or New York or Chicago. We still have some really cool buildings, especially the way our architecture is, as far as the guy who designed Washington D.C. is the same one who designed Indy, downtown Indy.
He designed the
So our
the,
architect-
that spire in the center. What's that? The
Soldiers and
monument.
Sailors Monument.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, our city architecturally is this beautiful architecture that is it's really cool and reminiscent of what our country's capital is. It looks great. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any good stories of something that you've done?
Oh, in the city,
Like pick an area, like any.
I don't know. I guess. Yeah.
What's something you'd like to do on a typical Saturday? Let's say the weather's nice, perfect conditions. What is?
Oh man.
And you
I
were
mean,
planning yourself. Let's say you're going out with your friends, your guys. What is a typical Saturday for you? And don't
So
just say
good-
when you're sitting at home. I'm saying like go
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
when you go
yeah.
out.
I got you. I mean, obviously, we hit on the bar scene and stuff like that. I think what I love most about growing up in Indy, and this has been my entire life, usually on a Saturday morning, if I want to wake up, I can hit up a group of guys and I can go find a place to play basketball. I've always loved that I can get up and find a good pickup game, go to a gym, go to a park somewhere if it's
Pickup
nice
game.
out. Yeah.
Bend
He
over and
means
pick it up.
anal with other men.
Call a group of guys.
Yeah, but I've
It's straight, though.
a perfect Saturday is waking up, having some nice breakfast someplace, and going
A
to
good
play ball.
brunch.
Yeah, a good brunch.
Oh God, we
And
can't be friends.
actually,
now.
you mentioned brunch because
You guys went to that brunch last weekend.
we
Yeah.
went to a brewery, St. Joseph's.
Yeah, that's a
right?
big thing.
Yeah.
You feel like sometimes that bars dominate a cultural scene.
They do.
But it was so cool that like this is something I've never heard of before or even thought about, that they had bought a church an old church from the 1800s that had been renovated to a community center. They re-renovated it to look more like the original church, and then turned it into a restaurant bar.
Restaurant brewery.
A brewery,
Yeah.
a bar brewery.
Yeah.
There were tables like a restaurant, but that was a very small portion. Most of it was bars and a brewery, half and half. Amazing.
Very cool place.
Very-
Good food, good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Little overpriced.
We
but,
have a good setup
who
of
cares
craft
about that?
beer
I mean-
breweries, though.
but I mean, like that's what you expect. You know, if you're gonna be fancy and eat brunch, you're gonna pay $12 for a quail buffalo burger.
With caviar.
We took a
and,
buffalo and
mimosas.
shoved a quail in it.
Oh, quail egg.
And some
but-
mimosas.
Yeah. I mean, I love that concept that any moment it's really not that weird to think that there is a new bar that's not this 90s rave dance club.
Yeah.
That is an actual cultural event that experiences or caters to one specific group, and you can kind of experience it like that mantra or type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Not-
do a really good job of renovating here, like taking the old culture and bringing in the new. But
yeah.
it's not like these fancy, like you said, techno, like weird futuristic
What are you
architecture
referring
type
to?
shit.
So people don't have fun downtown unless there's a new dance club to turn all the lights off and flash lights and flash
Right.
rave music.
Can you name one?
Tiki Bob's.
Howl at the Moon.
It's a dueling piano.
Well, Howl
bar.
at the Moon is a piano bar, so that's different. But yes, I do. Yes, Tiki Bob's, which I hate, but
Yeah.
is that the one we went to
Yeah.
on St. Patty's Day? Oh my God, that was terrible. It literally is just like, and design is everything with
Yeah.
a bar. So like where it's located, like where the bar is physically located in the building,
Centrally.
it is centrally located. How can people get to the
Everything else is a dance floor.
and everything else is just a cluster of people in there. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. That's definitely. What are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking a margarita that was left over from Cinco de
Is it
Mayo.
and you're drinking the beer I'm drinking, the Shiner Back.
Shinerback. It's my favorite beer.
It's very good.
I
I still like Kingling more, but this is good.
This is my favorite one by far.
Yep.
I could drink this warm or cold. It's just great.
Yeah, I'm not drinking.
I could
the beer
microwave
one.
it
I
and
mean,
drink it.
this is like lukewarm right
I could
now. when you're
boil it.
drinking
I could boil a bratwurst in it and chuck it.
Ugh.
Chuck the whole bratwurst.
Okay, I mean, before we go to break, real quick, well, this is just a great city, and we're doing a really good job of selling it. I can clearly
Yeah,
tell
we're getting paid by the city to do
by
this.
the by the look on your face, viewer. I can tell. I can see you right now.
Enjoying this.
Yeah.
Thinking, man, they were paid.
We hope that you had a great Cinco de Mayo and a great May the 4th.
love.
Unfortunately, we found that most people don't celebrate these holidays anymore other than buying tacos.
And drinking
Buying
tequila,
tequila.
which is what I did.
Um,
I didn't have any tacos.
Dude,
Oh no, I did. I had a taco salad on Friday.
so before we go to break, we'd like to offer you up in the comments section on our video to comment on how you spent the May the 4th or Cinco de Mayo.
I think we should start a Twitter.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
Twitter.
dude,
Twitter's
for
good
sure.
too.
We
We'd
can
like to
talk
have
about-
more communication with fans, and we'd like to learn about how you spend it. So maybe we could do that too.
Because people that interact with us will interact with you, kind of thing. Because that's definitely a big push I want to do.
So tweet us at Cool Hats
I
and
mean-
Consistency.
Well, we don't know what it is yet.
We've already made it. I made it just now.
Hopefully, that's available.
It's totally. That's like 15 characters. There's
So
no way it's
long.
already been taken.
That's fine.
All right, quick break. We will be back.
Yeah.
And we're back from break. What's up, guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! We're back.
Did you snap like we're fucking?
Yeah, he was turning our
slam
attention.
poetry.
Slam poet.
And then this.
And we're back. Oh yeah.
And I like this,
Whoa!
but not that.
Hit him with the bongos.
All right, so we're gonna jump right into rapid fire questions,
Ooh yeah.
and Colin's gonna lead us off. Go, go, go!
Oh, that's stupid. Why make me do it? All right. If you had a sports team, what city would it be in, and what would you name it?
I'm just the owner. Is that what?
Yeah, you're the owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I'm the owner?
You get to name it whatever you want, and you get to pick the city.
All right, go. Tyler.
Do I think about the landscaping issues?
Nope.
No,
just
no.
the city.
Nor budget.
What about what the pros think?
Ooh, that's-
nothing.
That's hard.
Can I put it in like Kentucky?
Yeah, you can put it wherever.
I wouldn't put it in Kentucky.
I
No
wouldn't
one
either.
would put it in Kentucky.
I'd like to call it the University of Kentucky Wildcats.
But where would you put it?
Mexico. What would yours be?
Well, there was this one time
Okay.
when I thought about being God. I'd call it the Celestial Morgan Freemans.
I love it.
What city?
I'd put it in Maine.
Maine, the Maine Celestial Morgan Freemans. I like it.
What in
That's
the
what's-
hell are you talking about?
You wouldn't put Maine in it.
You wouldn't even abbreviate it on the scoreboard. You'd have it written all the way out.
The score like it's pushed all the way to the
What the fuck sport is this?
I don't even know what we played for.
So what would the sport be?
Sport would be handball.
Oh, okay.
Hell
Professional
yes.
handball.
Handball is a great sport.
Because that's the only
Yeah.
sport that we could get copyright claims from
For sure.
Morgan Freeman, the
For sure.
agent. And we would be like, fuck it, we don't make any fucking money. You think people come to see handball?
Yeah.
Wow, that's not the direction I thought you were going to go with that at all.
Okay,
I like it.
I'd also start a MLG team, a Major League Gaming team, and I'd call them Waste of Times. And I would
Also in Maine.
and I would host them in North Korea.
Ooh.
So, but I'd also have the best salaries. So people would be like, God,
You can't enter that country.
well, no one ever
well, now I
asked
have to go play there.
Like $1 million to go.
Sorry, but you're not even there. Well, if you want the money.
And your team's just worth shit. Like they're nothing.
Mine, I don't know what I would pick as far as the name. I have to think about that. Hold on. So I would do, the city would definitely be
So much for rapid fire.
Alabama.
Alabama, I
That'd
like
be a
it.
good one. There's not any
There's
major
nothing.
sport
They have
teams in-
nothing.
It's funny. They have go-kart racing and they have wife murdering. I was gonna say cousin
If
molesting,
you
but-
were gonna, you said it anyway.
Oh
and then
my
I did.
goodness. The Bama molesters.
The Alabama, it'd be football, and I would just make it like something.
The Tuscaloosa Lusa Tuskers.
That's it. That's what I would name it. People are like, what?
That's amazing.
All right,
Can you
I would
say that
go
again?
with the Tuscaloosa Tuskers.
Holy cow! That's so. You just have like the tusk of an elephant as your like logo.
I would
Nothing
do
else.
it-
So this is a loose
As a,
tusk.
like a
Loose
serious
tusk.
pick, I'd do like the mammoths or something like that. So like because
I
they're
like
also
it.
you
Yeah.
know the
It's-
Bama mammoths or something like that.
Bama
Yeah,
Mamas.
that has a good like alliteration to it.
And then you just get
Bama
called
Mama.
the Bama Mamas. Holy Bama Mama.
And they play hacky
It'd be
sack.
football. It'd be hacky sack.
Professional
Professional hacky
hacky
sack
sack.
team. What was that game we played when we were kids in the lunchroom?
Hacky sack.
No, but it's like you hit like when you kicked it at people.
Beyblades.
Beyblades.
Yeah, you took your plastic Beyblade and kicked it at somebody in the
Called
face.
knife toss.
All right, what's your next one?
Oh, I have another. Oh, I thought we were.
You didn't
gonna
wanna
take
mix it up?
turns.
All right, fine, Tyler, go.
Okay. Let's imagine for a second that we are all
I'm scared.
stormtroopers
Ooh,
in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
If your job was anything other than frontline soldier, what would it be as a stormtrooper?
pilot.
Interior decorator. I would decorate our green room before we went on show.
The green room is it's not even space.
Tonight, Darth Vader and the Stormtroopers.
I'd work with the
Don Cheadle's here.
what are the hell are they called? The TIE fighters.
You'd work with the
Oh,
TIE
yeah,
Fighters, so you'd
dude.
Be like a mechanic.
A mechanic.
Yeah.
I'd like to be one of the stormtroopers that gets to wear.
Silver.
No, it's only one person. Only one person had the audacity to go, "Why is it gotta be white? I want silver." Well, shit, we never asked for color options before, but I guess it's okay.
Because it's not like they're camouflaged.
You get mirror.
they run like there they are.
Wasn't
Well-
that a lady too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lady
Phasm.
Stormtrooper.
Like the Death Troopers wear black because I guess they want to be
Death.
stealthy, but they're always black. It's not like good camouflage because they come out in the
Yeah.
daytime too. So it's like you're really easy to see from a distance wearing all black.
Yeah, the camouflage was not
This is
something.
really stealthy.
Outside of the stormtrooper wood camo, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
It's like-
it.
It's like vaguely a little bit. It's like off white. It's not even brown
Yeah.
or green.
Yeah.
My favorite helmet was definitely the one with the guys that rode on the hover bikes.
Speeder
and the-
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Those were the
Little
coolest
mouth.
ones.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'd like to be the guys that don't have to march around. The ones that
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
are they still stormtroopers if they're like officers?
Yeah.
Are
I
they still
guess.
considered stormtroopers?
yes.
Do they graduate to that, or are they like, well, you guys are like
You're asking the wrong
inhuman
guy.
beings?
No, you were.
Well, where's Adam when you need him?
Oh yeah, I guess
Adam.
they're breeded. Or no, they're not breeded
That's the
anymore.
clones.
They're
because they were
yeah.
citizens.
Bread.
Yeah, they were stolen from their families.
Braditos.
I was stolen from my
I'd
family.
like to be a stormtrooper chef because I don't think, or a marriage counselor.
Yeah.
That's got to be rough.
These jobs obviously exist. It's not like they just sleep and then fight
Yeah,
wars.
they gotta,
Maybe they do.
They have a society that they got to take care
Darth
of.
Vader
for
choked
sure.
out a lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
my wife.
I would just be Darth Vader's therapist.
You need to calm down.
I killed another one. Oh, what is that? The SNL one where Kylo Ren
the undercover boss.
Yeah.
kills your son,
And
and then he kills him.
I'd totally. Be
I
a
saw him in the
therapist.
shower. He had an 8-pack. He was shredded.
I'd totally be a therapist. Yeah, you should reconnect with your son there, Darth. I think that's a good thing.
He would probably
for
like
you
you
to do.
more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll bring him to the dark side.
Ma-
Nope, that's not what I said.
what's your question?
Okay, if you could, mine is because it's my turn. Is if you could sleep right now,
Yes.
Would you, or would you let it pass?
go.
Lose yourself in the moment.
Okay, if you could give up, if you had to give up one of your favorite things that you do for a year,
Pet dogs.
That's not
What would
one
you
of your
do?
Favorite things. Ow. Oh my goodness, that's so hard.
What would you give up?
if you if you had to give up one thing of your favorite things to do,
Eating. Because then I wouldn't have to go a whole year.
then you die. You go about 3 weeks and you die.
I would probably say the most healthy thing for me to give up would be alcohol.
Oh, that's a boring answer.
I know.
Because that wouldn't
Be a
happen.
comedian already.
Poops.
Jesus.
Poops. I'd give up poops.
I'd
I'd cork my butt like a bear and just
Okay,
not poop.
avoid the death things.
avoid death things.
I could go a whole year without pooping. I'll start
No, you
right now.
wouldn't. You die. You fucking die.
I wonder how
I've already made it 30 seconds, so
I wonder how long I could go without using my hands for a year.
Like cut them off.
No, just don't use them.
don't use them.
Just
That
be
is one of
Like
my
down at your
favorite
side.
consciously minded to never touch anything again with your hands for a year.
I mean, I couldn't think.
That would be interesting. Do I have to pay attention to Brooke? I mean, I'm not talking about like gloves or like hiding them. I'm talking about physically never using the sense of touch for a year.
Touch or just hands in general.
Well, let's say hands, because like things brushing against you would be hard, but like the sense not practicing a sense of touch would be so difficult. How would you
I don't know
lift
if I could do
things?
that.
All things would have to be like put into your body. Like people would have to feed you.
You could just, you could just like do this.
I mean, I don't know. Is the sense of taste like in line with sense of touch? I don't know.
know.
That's
So
a
you
question
give
for
up.
another
You
day.
give up touch.
Give up.
If we were gonna do something crazy like that, I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna lose weight because I'm not gonna drink for a year. I would go nuts and be like, I wonder what would fucking happen if I didn't touch anything for a year.
Yeah.
Like you like.
And then you touch
still
it-
have your hands. You just can't.
You just never, you touch an entertainment center to your right because that's where you're sitting on the floor during a
Do you
podcast.
eat? Do you just face down into food?
Someone just funnels it into your mouth.
Right.
I would
and,
give up.
and then you can feel the corner of it. You can feel that it's pressed board. You can feel it's wood and slightly dusty, and you can feel those specks of dust because you're.
Can you feel that, or does you just know it's there? So
you feel it. This isn't the Matrix.
Yeah.
And then after a year, you never touch anything for a year,
year.
and then that's a lot of hours of consciousness. And then you come back and you touch that same corner of an entertainment center, and you're like, "Fuck, I forgot."
That's true. The day that you could do whatever you couldn't do before would be awesome. Like I was thinking, if I didn't play video games for a year, then
boring
I
your
came
life
back.
would be?
That's
no,
kind of more what I meant.
no, but
I mean, I
Let's
gotta
think
give a
about
sense
this.
of touch.
I'd be the worst friend to have because I'd only be playing the video games I missed out on the last year.
Right, you-
Like, have you played this Mario Kart 8? It's crazy.
By the time they probably release a new one.
Yeah, but I'd still be playing Mario Kart
But
8.
the old one.
I don't want to miss out on the trilogy. I wouldn't know what
Mario
happens.
Kart.
I wouldn't know what happens in the next game if I didn't
Yeah.
play Mario Kart.
Well,
8.
in Mario Kart 9, they skip 9 and go to 10, and then suddenly you're all in the same cart and
Yeah,
you
there's-
all win together.
Yeah, there's 10. Yeah, that's
It's
Mario Party.
That's the joke I was
That's
making.
Mario Party.
All right, it's your turn.
All right, so let's do an easy one. Let's who's the top of your celebrity smash list?
Like smash in the face with a pizza.
Yes.
And that's
That's
what I
what
thought
I-
you'd say.
Forced to eat a pizza list. Yes. Who needs to eat a pizza the most?
You guys do know what I mean by smash.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, I would smash a pizza in, and I'd smash for
in
real.
in him.
In him. Abound him.
Yeah.
My smash list. Here, Charlize Theron.
Ooh, good one.
Old and menacing.
Good one.
That's why.
She'll pretend.
She's seen things.
Yeah, she'll be unimpressed.
She did the
She's
Italian
like
job,
this. Yeah,
which is code for a.
I'll give you an
The job.
she's not that old.
That's
She's in her
Italian.
40s.
Is she? She might
She's
be.
in her late 90s, probably.
Yeah, she's
We'll never know.
97.
Margaret Thatcher.
That's the top of your smash list.
No, the girl from Valerian. Because I've
Cara
seen...
Delevingne.
How does he not know the name of the top of his celebrity smash?
Because it makes it more
know she's-
exciting.
You know she's not. She originally was
a
like
human?
well, no, she-
Probably.
She was originally a Victoria's Secret. Well, she still is.
Yeah.
A Victoria's Secret model that just decided I'm going to start acting.
Well, she's not a great actor. I never said it. She had to be a good actor.
I didn't say that at all. I was, but I
What
was.
do you understand? Like,
But no, but you
Bing
said
Crosby, top of my smash list. He's the real celebrity. He's dead though, maybe.
she's cute. I would definitely.
Prince Harry's wife.
Okay, so here's a question.
Prince William.
Quick aside from
Prince
his
William.
question before you finish for yours. Obviously, your answer is Prince William.
No, his wife Kate.
Oh, Prince William. Okay, cool, got it. You notice how in the Transformers that's coming out in this summer,
Yes.
the last one that came out, they had the
hot
Victoria's
daughter?
Secret model who turned actress. She was the daughter of Matt Damon, and the whole thing was we gotta save the earth.
Matt
so that
Damon.
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg. They're the same person. So that
I was trying to think like when.
so that
when
I
is
can go
Matt
off to
Damon
the
ever-
University of Texas and I can have a real life. And then in the new trailer that's coming out, he has like a pseudo daughter. She's the Victoria's Secret blonde model's not there anymore. She's
died.
gone. And they put the specific line in the trailer where she's like, "What would you be thinking right now if your daughter was here?" Well, she's at college and not in this movie, so don't expect her. But I would think, man, don't get in a truck with some boys or something because I'm a father. Yep, that's me,
Yeah, he
Mark
said-
Wahlberg.
He said I would tell her not to
Date drummers.
date drummers.
Day drummers or
Yeah.
something stupid like
Or drive
that.
a truck.
And so he has a pseudo daughter relationship with this random like street urchin kid, and she's like, "No, I want to stay and fight the giant robots that are
but it
fighting
looks-
each other."
It looks like the little girl's mother is now his love interest in that.
Stupid.
Who vaguely looks like Megan Fox. I don't know.
Megan
Maybe that-
rocks.
Megan.
Is Michael Bay doing this one too?
Yeah,
yeah.
God.
he's the director.
They repeated his name across the screen like
It was as
12
big as
times.
the title
Yeah.
of the movie.
I was having a stroke while this was happening.
Michael Bay.
Not another one.
They're like,
Transformers.
well, if we've done the Transformers fighting and we've done the Transformers fighting and we've done the Transformers fighting, what if we put in new elements? Make them all knights. That sounds great. Next one, there'll be werewolves. It'll be like Sonic.
Oh my goodness! I just thought about the what was
Make
the
them
animal?
all knights. Sold. It's going in.
Is Optimus Prime evil in this one?
He's brainwashed
Oh my
by a
goodness.
space robot witch.
Of course.
Michael Bay right movie. Michael
Who-
Bay
who
one
vaguely-
robot space witch.
who vaguely resembled like Elizabeth Banks' character from Power Rangers.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rita Repulsa.
Yep.
Rita Resplita.
She's a hot Rita.
Yes, her name is
Repulsa.
Rita Resplita.
Rita Resplita. That would be my team name.
Go-
The Chicago Rita.
The Rochester Rita Resplitas.
Rochester.
we would be the
I don't know where Rochester is.
the Power Rod Power Rangers.
the
Not a city.
that
the-
movie.
the New York
You know,
Power
I've always loved the Transformer like franchise and everything.
Brand. Oh, Hasbro fanboy over here. Let's call the cops.
Oh no, they're here. Get him.
He likes toy companies from the 80s.
No, the show is from when we were kids.
Well, that's not made by the same company.
I didn't say anything about fucking.
You said you
Hasbro.
were a Hasbro.
No, the
Has
like
brought
the
up-
show itself.
Is that like the
No.
the group name?
Hasbro's.
Yeah.
The Hasbro Bros.
Don't change the recording level. Change your listening.
We're
level.
all loud.
You're loud.
You're a towel. The
Now look how low we are.
yeah, I need to turn that up. There you go. There we go. That's better.
All right.
The I love the shows, and I just don't understand like what his direction is as far as like what he like. Does he understand how movies are supposed to be made?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Apparently he does because
Yeah.
he's made more money than you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
For
I
sure.
just don't understand why they keep making Transformer movies. It's like,
People keep going to see them, just like there's a Fate of the Eight Furious.
which is the 12th movie.
Yeah, well, it's the 19th if you count
Oh
all the
my
other
goodness.
car movies. that Vin
Count them.
Diesel's
There's
been in.
only been 19 car
Vin
movies.
Diesel plays the same character in every movie. Vaguely Hispanic bald man drives car for half the movie. Then he shoots a gun. Then he kisses a woman.
That's his in Triple X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same character.
It's Xander
Every
Xander
Xander
Cage.
X guy. Whatever.
At Triple X, Xander.
You got a question?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Was that your question?
I did the Smash List one.
Okay.
Yours was Margaret Thatcher, and his was William III.
Okay.
Yep.
Putting aside the fact that a woman has never been voted as president yet, what would be the most outrageous combination of sex and racial country to win the next presidency of the U.S.? That would just blow your mind.
Someone that's not
obviously they
American.
would have
Like
to
a
be
like a
United States.
transgender Japanese man.
So it's not transgender.
Well, he's now a man.
But he also has U.S. citizenship.
Yeah,
I
he
would-
was born here.
Well, as we knew from Barack, you don't need citizenship to be president here.
Yeah, they
Show
don't care.
me your tax returns.
Topical.
It'd be some weird. It'd be like some. It's gotta be some kind of like weird Asian blend that.
Wow, racist.
no.
That's the whole joke I was getting to.
I want. I
But
want.
the transgender part.
Well,
It definitely be
what?
transgender.
Okay, so
I want like an.
let's say this then. Let's change the question.
I want an 80-year-old like Trinidadian nanny.
Nurse.
Yeah.
Who do you think has a better shot of winning the presidency, race and sex combination, before a white woman ever does?
A black woman.
Actually, yeah. I think our first woman president will probably.
Wouldn't that just be
black.
a big stick right in their craw?
Oh my god.
Hillary, you'll never win.
She goes up against
That has to be the most like political death ever. Like as soon as you lose to Donald Trump, you gotta tell yourself, I'm not meant to be. The
He's
leader
not
of
my
a-"
president.
I think you gotta understand that it wasn't a loss because of the fact that she was a woman. It was a loss because of the shady shit she did for 8 years
Yeah.
as Secretary of State.
Right.
They
right,
all do shady shit because
They all
they're
do, yeah.
they all have power, so they can do shady shit.
right. And they're assholes.
We were like, you did more shady shit than Donald. He's an idiot, but you're shady.
It's the amount of shady shit that you do.
Yeah.
Is it a lot? Is it a little?
He was accused of grabbing women by their hoo-hoos.
By their craw.
And she was accused of murder. So
Cool.
You lose that battle most of the time.
I should have voted.
Yeah.
I should have voted for her.
Yeah.
I want my president to be someone
To mow the lawn.
Yeah, for sure.
that mows the grass.
You.
There's another window.
Oh, buddy. You and your buddy. All right.
It's
All
your
right.
turn. Colin.
So that's kind of a light question.
Do
may
you
come
not
up
have
with another one?
No, it's your turn. Do you have not?
I,
Do you not have a
I
question?
agree. I kind of think that there's so many old, kind of like wrinkly, not because they're not sexually attractive, but they're like shady again, that run for presidency, women, white women. That I guarantee you, it'll be a younger, around 40 to 50-year-old African American woman that will win the presidency before a white woman does.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, if she ran, I could see a lot
People
of people
love her.
getting behind her. Yeah, for sure. Or Ellen
don't, but-
DeGeneres. Oh, I'd
shouldn't-
get behind Ellen. Oh my
Ellen
god.
wouldn't get behind
Oh
you.
my god.
Ooh, yes, she would.
She would with a strap on.
Let's do this.
Welcome to the party.
It's your question. It's your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah, we're going this way,
Oh,
clockwise.
okay.
Or is it counterclockwise? You'll never know.
Yeah,
at
you
home.
guys don't.
Through the power of the
Stupids.
radio.
All right. Listen. Shh. Okay, if you could own and
Yeah.
run
Yeah.
any
Zoo.
any American brand right now, what would you choose?
Any
and why?
American brand. Damn, Nike.
Why?
They're not American.
They just make the coolest stuff to
They're
me.
way more Chinese
D-
than
don't
American.
factor in the money and all that because it's,
Oh, just because like I think they have the biggest like social impact than anyone else.
why would you pick them?
I did that.
No,
not
I mean, what do you mean by
explain?
social? What like why would that?
Oh, because like I mean, you see it within athletes and stuff like that. Oh, everything Nike puts out, it's coming out with like this this grand gesture of like where our society is, and like it's driven behind athletes and things like that. And people,
It's a social experience.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, for sure.
it's bigger than it's bigger than the product.
Right,
It's just
for
it's
sure.
a shoe. It's a shirt. It's a whatever.
Yeah.
It's larger than that. It's
Yeah,
a
for
part
sure.
of our culture, a way of life.
Yeah. I would have picked Adidas, but you said American, so
Is that not-
Nike,
What is Adidas?
Adidas is German. Adidas.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I thought it stood for all day.
What about
about
what about
sports.
Under Armour?
They
Are
are
they not-
also American.
Are they not all the same thing? Are they not owned by the
the Gemins?
No.
the Germans? Germans.
German.
The Germans?
What would yours be, Tyler?
One company.
One.
Focus in what area? Does it matter?
Anything. You get to pick.
Okay.
I own Wahlburgers.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's horrible.
Wahlburgers? That's a real
Are they
place.
still a
I know,
company?
there's one in Vegas.
Yeah.
Mark Damon would be really upset about that.
Mark Damon. Mark Damon.
What would yours be?
You know, I would have said Bud Light or Budweiser, but they're
That's a
owned
good
by
one.
a Saudi Arabia company now.
Anheuser?
Yeah. No. Well, what? Sure. They're not owned by a U.S. company, so they're a subsidiary at this point.
I have no idea
What about
who owns
Coors? Let's say Coors,
Coors?
and then we just sell off the company.
I don't.
And,
Wow, you would. Good thing you're not a CEO or no.
Thank God I'm CEO. I guess I'll
Sell
sell
it
off.
all.
I would make sweeping changes to the employee policy and make them all wear suits on the production line. Everyone, and if you didn't wear a suit, you'd be fired.
Yeah.
But would it? And if it got messy while you were on the production
And
line,
you better go get a new suit
and you're
because
fired,
you don't know when someone else is going to come in and see you in a suit and be like,
If I own
be
Nike,
one hell of a business policy.
I would buy Nike.
so if I own Nike, my first thing would say, I would be like, I want to sign you, Lonzo Ball, to as much money as your fucking mind can imagine, but you have to stop talking to your father.
I think he would
Kill
do it. I
your
think he would-
father.
with this lightsaber.
Run him through.
I think he would do that.
Yeah, because
What about his brother?
Stupid.
He has
to
two.
just- oh my
Loretto
goodness.
Ball.
Loretto.
No, it's Lamelo.
Ball.
Lamelo's the youngest.
Oh, come on. I was close. Loretto Lamelo.
Lamelo. Is
Who
the
names their
youngest.
son Lamelo?
A weird motherfucker.
Ball people. All right.
One
What,
of the
up,
Ball brothers.
what about this one? Quickly make up a word and then use it in a sentence.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Quickly. Yeah, he's got one.
Kerouac. I just Kerouac the shit out of that broccoli last night.
So it's like eating.
I have no idea. Who knows? You don't have to come up with a definition. Just sentence it.
Chinesty. his advancements in science set up a chinesty unparalleled for thousands of years.
So it's kind of like a dynasty. It's
Okay,
dynasty.
let me remake that. Chinesty. Man, this mop knocks the shit out of my last chinesty. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm struggling with this. I really don't know if
You
I
want to do
can-
another one? Not a new question, but like just make another word while he's thinking.
I totally botched that schmackle last night.
Schmackle.
Man,
What?
my Markledorp is throbbing today.
Markledorp. Those are good. I can't think of anything.
I totally gave her the Schmurfen last night.
It's just smurfing.
Schmurfen. It's more
Okay,
Jewish,
get
I guess.
one, yeah. It's got a lot more holidays during the year.
That's good. Those are good.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's
but
a good- that's a
none
good-
of these words like they're just
They don't mean it.
they don't work into the sentences. You're just kind of like vaguely connecting them to a word that's already exists.
How else would you do it?
So dynasty is just dynasty, huh?
But there's chins involved.
David Ortiz would go down as the greatest hitter in MLB history if it weren't for his Froboingans.
Which is just another. You're just replacing it with it's another word. I'm dying.
Honey, we're all out of Rochester's. Go out and buy a new one.
Oh God.
That could be any brand. It's a new Nike shoe.
Well, that's a good place to stop for
Yeah,
today's
for sure.
episode. That was
Oh.
good. I love that.
Okay, so the last sentence of this podcast has to be use your word.
I don't have one.
So
I'm
say
too
goodbye.
nervous.
End it with whatever you can think of.
So long and dingle your berry.
Dingle your back.
Oh God.
Halle Berry.
So long and tinkle your berries. All right. Thanks guys for listening. Check us out next week.
Bye.
I'm not pressing stop until you do it.
And dingle your berries.
Bye.